Welcome to another video for Motorhome Specialist. Today we got a really great unit to talk about. This is the Forester 3011 DS, and I've got a special story to tell about this Forester, so stay tuned. So our video director Mike was just joking about, oh, you got a special story to tell. How long is that going to take? Because we're trying to keep these videos short, so I'll try to tell this story pretty quickly. The story to tell here is that the way Motorhome Specialist orders our Forester 3011 DSs and all Forester product for the most part is we load them up. So typical dealers out there are going to have this exact unit, and they're going to have it bare bones. No options, nothing fancy on it. Probably not even full body paint, and they're going to sell it at a similar price to what I'm selling this coach at. So at Motorhome Specialist, the way I order my inventory is unique. I try to order as much as possible fully loaded coaches. This coach has leveling jacks, 2 very efficient dual ACs. This also has just about a $13,000 full body paint option, and this has solar on the roof, and lastly, this has swivel passenger and driver seats. So kind of the story to tell here is Motorhome Specialist, we try to order coaches that are fully loaded and sell them at a price that other dealers are selling bare bones coaches at. So check out our website, it's MHSRV.com. We're the #1 volume selling dealership in the world. Let's check out this Forester product. So this has a gorgeous full body paint package. This is a 2025, but we have 2026s already arriving. A couple things that I like about this coach are, first, for Class C, you have an outside TV. So this is a really great feature. You know, every time I've been camping, I want to spend time outside, right? And when you're spending time outside, sometimes it's nice to be able to throw a football game on there, you know, hook an Apple TV up to it and actually watch something cool when you're sitting out here underneath a nice awning. So I love that feature. One cool thing about the Forester product is they have the Hellwig Helper sway control system, right? So this system, what it does for you is when you're driving down the road, a lot of Class Cs are going to kind of sway a lot, especially in the wind, or when a semi maybe drives by you or you drive by a semi, you kind of have a bit of sway. This system here is going to really work to eliminate the majority of that sway. So you're not going to have to fight the coach all the time trying to keep it in the lines and keep it on the road. It's going to make it a lot easier to drive. Love that Forester does that. Let's just kind of be brief on the outside. So I'll point out a couple things up front here and go to the back. So you have side view cameras that come standard, as well as a backup camera. Great placement of side view camera because really you can see if there's a car in the way before you go into that lane. It gives you great visibility to see if you're going to hit anything. Also, gives you great visibility to a curb. So if you're parking in a nice tight space or even trying to kind of parallel park, you can see that the curb is right there. Versus if the camera is mounted up here or up here, it'd be a little bit more difficult to see. I love the running boards that they do. So it's integrated running boards to get in the coach here. A lot of other brands, they just do a really cheap aluminum one, which is usually just like a black aluminum, and it kind of looks out of place. Forester paints it, molds it in, it looks like it came from Ford that way. So great feature. All right, let's move on back here. Got a nice big awning. Of course you have exterior TVs. You have quite a bit of storage on this coach, and it's all this rotocast storage. So it's all plastic, molded plastic. So you're not going to have to worry about this rotting out or anything. There's your propane tank right here. So you got 2 storage areas there, propane tank. Your hot water heater is going to be right there. Got another really big storage area here. And then right in here, you have a little access to some of the plumbing. And then one of the coolest things about the Forester is this little system right here. If you can get a shot of this, this is the Ride Right by Firestone. This is an air valve, and that's so you can air up the airbags that are on the rear of this Class C. Not many Class Cs, gas Class Cs, have airbags. This is a great feature. So you can manually air it up if you have, let's say you're towing, and you have a big load on the back that kind of bottoms out the vehicle. You can manually air this up to compensate for that. Or let's say you're going to go kind of on a more off-road path or a gravel path. You can air this down so you have a little bit more bounce. Great feature there. Also helps the ride. I mean, airbags on any vehicle makes it way smoother. Moving on back, slide toppers, standard on the Forester. That's not an option you have to add on. All right, we got a 7,500-pound hitch right here with a 750-pound tongue weight. And then you also have your propane connection right back here. So if you want to grill out outside or connect up anything to your propane tank, that's an external line. Let's move on to the other side, Mike. This is where it gets kind of interesting and fun. You have a massive storage area here, and also it's accessible from both sides and it's passed through. So you can put long things in here, and then this side has a plug, a drain plug, so you can throw ice in there and use it as a cooler or kind of a place to put drinks and stuff. Great tailgating vehicle. I also like the way they put their Lippert ladder mount right here instead of on the back. So instead of mounting a ladder on that doesn't really look great and changes the look of the paint job, they just do the Lippert system, and it's a telescoping ladder that you can buy. You just hook it right on there, easy to climb up, it's very sturdy, and then you take it off, collapse it, and just store it right here. It's really, really great. All right, so this is where it gets really, really cool. This unit has 30 amp service with 2 ACs. So you'll be able to run both ACs on this coach at one time with the 30 amp service because it's got a really, really slick power management system. Love the way they do that. Right here, you've got your wet bay, a little more storage here, and there's the valve for the EZRYDE on this side. So they are independent. You can air them up and air them down separately. So let's say you had a lot of weight on this side of the coach, and before you get going, you notice the coach is kind of tilted to one side. You can air one airbag up a little bit more than the other one. Really kind of self-explanatory here, but I love that the wet bay stuff is hidden inside this, this door. It's not just all on the outside of the coach here. Makes it a little nicer if you're going to be camping in kind of inclement weather. All right, let's get, I mean, name of the game with the 3011 DS is storage, right? Tons of storage. Massive area there, another storage area there. You know, typically, what I see in a lot of other Class Cs is little storage spaces that they didn't utilize. A lot of brands wouldn't put a door here. They would just leave the wall there, and then that would just be an empty space. Forester kind of knows where all the little bits of storage might be and gives them to you, because they know that when you're going, there's never enough storage, right? A little more right down here. Well, actually, a lot more. And this is where your generator is going to be. You've got the inverter on board with this Yamaha generator. That's a fantastic generator because it's sending out clean inverted energy to the coach instead of sending out unpure energy and then having to invert it with an onboard inverter. Love that feature. All right, let's check out the inside. Okay, let's check out the interior of the Forester 3011 DS floor plan. So this is one of the best-selling floor plans on the Forester. It's been their best-selling floor plan pretty much for as long as I can remember, and I've been in the industry about 8 years. What's great about it is you have a really, really nice living room setup here. So you've got this sofa here, which is a jackknife sofa, so you can sleep here. But what I love and what a lot of people love about this floor plan is the dinette. So you have this really, really big dinette area. It's this nice U-shaped dinette, so you can sit people back there on all the sides. So you can kind of really fit a family here. There's seat belt in all these seating positions as well. So you have seat belts in all the seating positions, so you can make sure that when you're driving, if you have a lot of people with you, you know, your whole family comes along, everyone's going to be safe. A lot of manufacturers skip out in the seat belts because they, you know, one area to save money. It's not required, so they just don't put them in. Forester does. All right, so just to mention again, these seats up front are going to be swivel seats. So these will both swivel around and join your living room area. So when you're looking at this floor plan and you're thinking, hey, there's maybe not enough seating, there really is. Because if you have a couple people sitting here, you can turn these around and they have a pad that comes with them which sits on the seat. So these will join your living room area. TV's right across from the seating area, which is awesome. And then up here, you've got a massive area for sleeping. This flips up for easy access down into the cab area. And you've got windows up here in the cab area as well, which is a nice feature because when you get up there, kind of can get a little claustrophobic. So these windows let some air in because you can actually open them side to side. And then you have an air vent right up here for the AC system. All the AC is ducted. So you got two ACs that go into that ducting system that allows for a really good distribution of air throughout the entire coach. Really cools us down very quickly. All right, let's look at the kitchen area. Massive, massive kitchen with lots of counter space. So what I like about this is if you're kind of preparing a meal or want to, you know, put out a whole meal for your family, you can do that because you have this glass cooktop here, so you could put kind of trays on here. If you didn't need to use a sink, you can put that away, put food on here because you have this grill or grate thing that goes on top. And then you have all this counter space here. So you could lay out kind of an entire buffet for your family and you have plenty of space to do that. A lot of other coaches, when you think about it, they don't have very much counter space. So think about trying to put a meal out for your family. It wouldn't work. This floor plan is great for that. You also have, get a shot of this, Mike, a couple things here that are really cool. You've got a little garbage, words are escaping me right now. You've got a garbage bin right there that's accessible right through this countertop, and this little insert goes right in there. And then that actually is accessible from the outside. So this garbage bin you would take out through the storage compartment door out there. So right over here you've got a little charger. It's a wireless charger, so you can stick your phone right on there and it'll charge. And then this pops up, and then you have your plugs for, you know, your appliances and, you know, coffee maker and stuff. And then USB-C and regular USB right there. You know, there's never enough storage, but in the 3011DS, I would argue that there kind of is. I mean, every little nook and cranny that they can jam storage in, they've found a place to put storage, right? So you've got, wow, it's just so smooth and nice. You've got, you know, storage area up there, and it's on these nice gas pistons. Very sturdy, these aren't plastic. I can think of a lot of other manufacturers that might use plastic for this kind of stuff. Not Forest River. Forest River has been building coaches for a long time. They know what they're doing. They build a great coach. More storage right up here. Again, this is all metal. It's not plastic. And it's all soft close. See that? So you open that, you can't slam them. So think about that for like your kids and stuff. If they're going to be opening stuff up and you don't want stuff to break, I mean, it's all soft close. Guys, this is a gas Class C with really, really high-end finishes. Some things that Forest River thinks about, and I like to point out these little things because they really do matter. If you pan down and look at this little, you know, plastic piece they put here is important because generally what happens is people kick this area right here on their way out or way in, and then this wood always has wear and tear there. So they put this plastic piece there so that doesn't happen. It looks great, but also it's very functional. All right, I mean, tons of storage here. And then right here you have a convection microwave. Your 3-burner gas cooktop right there. And again, just so much storage up above. All right, let's move on down. Your dinette has storage underneath it. And then this collapses down into a bed, of course. So you have sleeping area here for a couple people, maybe some kids, sleeping area on the jackknife sofa, sleeping area in the front, and then of course your bed back here. So realistically, you know, definitely can sleep 8 people, you know, with a couple kids in there. Pan across this mic. Look at all that storage up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compartments up here. This entire thing is filled with storage. Can't say enough good things about it. All right, so instead of putting in a really, really cheap fridge with like the 2-door kind that's 8 cubic feet, they wanted to give you a really nice luxury look in this gas coach. So you have a separate fridge freezer situation, but very, very deep, so you can actually stick some, you know, full gallon milk jugs in there. And then this is your freezer area. Wow, it's really cold right now. Definitely works great, and it's pretty deep there. I like the drawer style as well. It's just really, really easy. And then you don't have to worry about this opening or anything. It's got automatic locks built right into it. All right. Plenty of storage right here for, you know, pantry. And then this is a nice little thing that slides out, maybe for your spices or, you know, anything you might bring with you for your pantry for cooking. This layout has a really good setup here in the bedroom, and the reason why I say this is because they do the step up at a right place. So you step up into your bedroom, and then everything back here is on one, you know, level area. So it's not like you have a step up. Some of them have a step up like right here. So at night, if you want to go to the bathroom, you're kind of falling out of your bed or falling out of your bed area to get to the bathroom because you're going to forget about it, right? It's a split bathroom setup, but if you want to make it a full bathroom setup, you just open this door and close it off, and now you have, you know, a full bathroom layout. And then you have a curtain right here for privacy in the bedroom. But showers, pretty good size for a coach like this, and it's a glass shower enclosure, which I like. So it's not, you know, cheap plastic curtain. Pretty good size. I'm 5'9", so there's plenty of room above me. So if you're taller than me, which most people are, then you'll be fine. All right, let's check out the bedroom area. Name of the game here, again, is storage. I mean, look at this. You got drawers, you have wardrobes, storage in there. This even opens up right there. You can put a safe back there. There we go. And then you have more storage in here. And these are those pads that go up front for when you swivel the seats around. These pads sit on top and you can strap them on. And then you've got a nice walk around queen bed here. My favorite feature about this bedroom layout is this right here. It's a massive window. So think about some of the places or maybe national parks or state parks you might go visit that have an amazing view. You wake up in the morning, grab some coffee, sit here in bed, and have this beautiful, gorgeous view of wherever you're at. Besides, it lets in a lot of light as well. And on either side of your bed, you have windows, and those open up. So you can definitely let some air in there if it gets a little claustrophobic in here. It shouldn't, because you have the 2 ACs, again, dual AC, and it's all ducted. So you can run both those ACs on the 30 amp service. And there should be some more storage right underneath this bed. I'll lift it up here for you to see. You've got a little bit of storage right here, and then easy access to kind of the inner functionings of the RV. So if you ever have to work on something, the electrical system is right there, and then one of your water tanks is right there. All right, let's head out that way, and then I'll just kind of close the video. As we're walking, just wanted to point out that, again, the way Motorhome Specialist orders our Forester products is we order them pretty much fully loaded, right? So we option them out with all the options, but then we sell them for just about the same price that other dealers will sell bare bones base coaches for. So if you want a great deal, we're the #1 volume motorhome dealer in the world, been that way for 12 years in a row. So we're going to give you an amazing value, incredible prices. You can camp on site here. We have free loaner cars. Come check us out. Motorhome Specialist, it's MHSRV.com, or call the number below. Thanks, have a great day.